Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'm Julie, and in this lesson we're going to be doing another lesson of words that are difficult or maybe confusing to pronounce. So let's switch over and get our work screen as usual. This is going to be lesson number 54, pronunciation of difficult or confusing words to pronounce, number 11. Here are the series of words that we're going to be working with today. So I'm just going to say them one time or maybe twice, and you just have to listen to how I pronounce them, and then you do the same. So let's get going. The first word is promise. Promise. Monopoly. Monopoly. Chocolate. Now, a lot of people have difficulty pronouncing this word, but you wouldn't think it would be so difficult, but you just have to pronounce a lit at the end. Chocolate. Chocolate. Just like that. Oil. Oil. Owl. Owl. People get confused pronouncing these two words. And most of my students cannot pronounce this three-letter word, owl. So I tell them just to pinch themselves here until it hurts and then pronounce an L after it, like this. Owl, owl, just like that. Apostrophe, drag the E at the end. Apostrophe. Counterfeit. Just like an FIT at the end. Counterfeit. Oyster. Oyster. Laborer. Laborer. Caulking. Now this word, I've heard all kinds of things and I've seen all kinds of different writings for this word, but this is how you pronounce it and this is how you write it. Caulking. Chaotic. Coma. Not to be mixed up with this word, comma. Coma, comma. Coma, comma. Wind. And then we have another word that is spelled the same way. Wind is a noun. Wind is a verb. We're going to see those in sentences shortly. Wound. Once again, we have two words that are spelled exactly the same. They don't have the same meaning. We have wound and wound, which would be the past tense of this verb right here, wind, wound. So we have wound, which is a noun, and wound, which is the past tense verb of this verb right here. Digest, digest. Half, we don't pronounce the L, half. Calm. Now, some people, maybe not so much here in Canada, but I've heard a slight L pronounced here. But here we don't really pronounce it. I don't pronounce it. I pronounce it just like if it were to be written C-O-M, calm. Then we have gnaw. We don't pronounce this G here, gnaw. Another word where we don't pronounce the first G, gnome, gnome. Cornstarch. Now, I particularly included this word for my students because they know who they are and they pronounce this as cornstarch, right, my students? So this is how you pronounce it. Cornstarch, with that R right there that we pronounce. Treasurer, treasurer. Hierarchy, Hierarchy. Abnormal. Be sure to pronounce that B. Abnormal. Vanilla. We have to be sure to pronounce these two L's. Vanilla. Same thing in this word. We pronounce these two L's. Gorilla. Gorilla. Debt. We don't pronounce that B. Debt. And then we have this word right here. Now this word can be written two different ways, and we can also just use the abbreviation. Etc. I often hear people say etc., but it's etc. Etc. or etc. right here. So now if you've done the other pronunciation of difficult words exercises, you will know what to do right now, and that is to put this video on pause and go and look up all of these lovely words in your dictionary, and then come back and we will do the practice sentences together. So go ahead, you know where I'll be. I'll be waiting right here for you guys. So put the video on pause now and come back. Okay, see you soon. Okay, so now we're back from that pause. Time goes so quickly when we put videos on pause, doesn't it? So now you know all of your definitions of these words. So now you will be better prepared to understand the practice sentences. So let's get started on these. Okay, the first word is gnaw. My dog will gnaw on that bone for hours. Apostrophe. Do you know how to correctly use the apostrophe in your written texts? Cornstarch. I don't have any cornstarch, so I can't make this recipe. Chocolate. Justin likes to eat chocolate chip cookies at his grandma's house. Wind. The wind blew down several trees and power lines in my neighborhood. Wind. Can you wind my watch for me, please? Wound. How did you get that wound on your leg? Wound. I wound my watch yesterday, but for some reason, it's not working today. Counterfeit. During the raid, the police found several boxes of counterfeit money hidden in the basement. Digest. My grandfather is unable to properly digest onions, peppers, and shallots. Hierarchy. Some tensions exist in the hierarchy of workers in my company. Caulking. We need someone to redo the caulking around the bathtub. Chaotic. That was an extremely chaotic and competitive election, and I'm glad that it's over. Coma. If he comes out of this coma, he will have to undergo therapy for many months. Comma. The comma is one of the most frequently used punctuation marks in English. Owl. The snowy owl lives in the Arctic and other parts of North America, and it hunts small rodents such as mice and Arctic hares. Oil. I need to get an oil change and have my tires changed on my car before the winter arrives, etc. The local bakery sells freshly made bread, pastries, buns, cookies, pies, etc. Treasurer. The treasurer of our company will answer any questions regarding our financial situation at the next budget meeting. Abnormal. His heartbeat is a little abnormal, so they will have to do more tests. Half. I only want half a cup of coffee with just a little bit of milk. Debt. You can get a loan to consolidate your debts, and it will be a lot easier for you. Vanilla. My favorite flavor is definitely vanilla. Gorilla. The gorilla escaped from the zoo and was later found bathing in the giant water fountain in the park. Calm. It was just the calm before the storm. Promise. If you make a promise, you have to keep it. Oyster. I read somewhere that oysters are rich in nutrients like calcium, zinc, magnesium, protein, and vitamins A and B12. Gnome. Those garden gnomes on your lawn are a little creepy. Monopoly. There are no close substitutes to their product. Therefore, they have the monopoly in the industry. Laborer. He works as a general laborer on a variety of construction projects in and around the city. And there you have it. That's how you pronounce that group of difficult or confusing words. So if that video helped you, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel, put a like on the video, and if you would like to leave a comment, ask a question, or if you have a suggestion of another word or letter combination that you would like to see up here, I will include it in one of the upcoming videos. If you need some quick help with your English, you can get yourselves a copy of Basic English, the 3rd edition. This book is published by McGraw-Hill, sold everywhere, including Amazon. It's a great workbook that is filled with tons of exercises that are full of tons of vocabulary words. It's a progressive learning tool, so I suggest that you start at the very beginning. You work on every single page, you complete every single page right through to the end of the book. Okay, the answer key is at the back to support you while you are learning. If you're having difficulty with your verb tenses, you can get yourselves a copy of English Verb Tenses, also available on Amazon. And this will really help you to improve quickly your comprehension of the verb tenses. The answer key is at the back to support you while you are learning. Okay, so I am going to get ready to shoot another video for you guys. So for now, I wish you a pleasant evening and I will see you later in the next video. Goodbye for now.